Hi everyone, so we're just gonna dive right back into where we left off last time in turning these paperback Lord of the Rings books into hardcover cloth-bound versions. So last time we measured the text blocks and now we're adding 8mm to the height of the cover and 4mm to the width of the covers. We'll leave the spines as we measured them. Now these new measurements are going to be the size of the cardboard. The cardboard is what will become the hard covers. I buy these bookbinding cardboards, which are of uniform thickness and good quality. So this cardboard that I use is about 2mm in thickness. Here I am measuring the spines, and I like to go labeling as I work so that I have an overview of which pieces I already marked. We're going to mark everything we need. So 3 sets of covers, front and back, and 1 of each spine that we measured. As always, make sure to add a fresh blade to your hobby knife so that the cuts are much easier to make. Then cut all of the pieces of cardboard out that we marked. Next, I am adding embellishments to the spine. Just measuring here to make sure that they are nice and symmetrical. I'm creating 4 3mm strips, which I will glue cardstock to give a bit of an elevation to the bands that I plan on making out of gold vinyl on the cloth. So here I'm cutting out 300 GSM cardstock. I'm just applying them with a regular glue stick. As you can see, 3mm strips. And these aren't very thick, but they're thick enough to be able to give a bit of rise to the cloth once we apply it without stretching the cloth too much, just to give a bit of a texture when stroking the spines. And here is a preview of what the covers will look like on the book. As you can see, it's only a little bit bigger than the text block, but it gives it enough space. And what we're going to do next is we're going to attach them to each other. We are going to use our spacers. These are 4mm wide acrylic spacers that I bought in a bookbinding set I found on Amazon. They're a little bit finicky to work with. As you can see, I struggle a little bit with keeping them in place. What we want to do is attach these 3 pieces of cardboard with space in between. So we're just going to use masking tape, painter's tape to keep them at a specified distance. These spacers I have, if you don't have them or don't have the possibility to buy them, you can make your own just out of the same cardboard that we used for the covers themselves. Just cut out 3 to 4mm long strips that you can use in the exact same fashion. So as you can see, they're aligned in top and bottom, and in between the 3 pieces there's 3 to 4mm space, which we will glue down with masking tape so these pieces stay correctly spaced. Just try not to move the cardboard while you're placing the masking tape. Now, our inspiration to make these cloth-bound books are the special extended DVD edition boxes. As you can see, they're these nice green, red, and blue colors with golden lettering and embellishments. So we're using a green, a red, and a blue book cloth. This book cloth is made of linen and it has a paper backing. Placing the cloth face down and the cardboard on top, we're going to mark how much cloth we'll need. For this, I take a ruler that has a 90-degree angle and I just trace all around, marking a few centimeters around the edges of the cardboard. Make sure you mark where the cover should be in relation to the cloth, because afterwards when we remove it to glue it, then it's easier to find where we should glue it down. Next, we're cutting out the corners at a 45-degree angle to the cardboard covers. We're doing the same procedure. Place the book cloth face down on the workspace, the cardboard cover on top of it, and mark where the cloth should be cut and where the cardboard is on the cloth. Cut the cloth with fabric scissors. This is the tool I use to mark the 45-degree angles from the corners. As you can see, it has a nice indent that fits our cardboard perfectly. This was in the same set as the spacers. If you do not have one, you can use a 45-degree angle ruler. Just make sure to leave some space between the corners of the cardboard and the line where we will cut. Approximately 2 to 3 millimeters of space between the corner of the cardboard and where we cut the 45 degrees. Next, we're going to glue everything down. Using our bookbinder glue and a flat paintbrush, first glue down the spines. If you add the embellishment, make sure to add glue all around them, on every side of them. Find the markings and press the spine down firmly against the paper backing of the book cloth. Next, take the text block. We're going to cover the text block with a piece of paper to protect it from glue. Lay the front cover cardboard over it and apply a thin layer of bookbinder glue evenly over the entire cover. Next, with one hand holding the spine and the other holding the text block, fold over the book cloth and smooth everything down using a bone tool. Once we open it up again, make sure to create that crease in the space that we determined before between the spine and the covers, and then flip it over and go to the back cover. Same procedure here. Apply a thin layer of bookbinder glue over the entire cardboard cover, gently holding the text block with one hand and the spine with the other. Fold the cloth over and press everything down firmly. Flip the entire thing over, and as you can see here, I'm finding all of the indentations of the embellishments we created before with the bone tool, and giving the corners some more definition. I also like to give the creases in the space between the cover and the spine a little bit more definition by going over a few times with a bone tool. Next, we're going to glue down the folds. For this, we're going to apply a generous thin layer of bookbinder glue, and pressing down, we're going to flip it over the edge and smooth down the fold with the bone tool. Do the same thing on the other side. Apply a thin layer of bookbinder glue. Wipe off the excess to not get any unwanted glue anywhere. And again, fold it over the edge. Make sure to leave no visible folds on the book cloth. Make it nice and smooth, otherwise you will be able to see them later through the end papers. Pay special heed to the creases in the spaces between the spine and the cover, where the book cloth is just adhering to itself. And next we go to the short side. Apply the bookbinder glue and pressing it down, slowly fold it over and smooth it down with the bone tool. As you can see, because we cut off the corners at a 45-degree angle, these parts meet up nicely once we fold them over. Lay the glued covers with the text block sandwiched in between in the book press and let it dry for at least 12 hours. I decided to find the embellishments of the spine before gluing the front and back covers. This helped against excess stretching of the book cloth. Again, make sure everything is very smooth with the bone tool. Do not leave any visible folds. Make sure to get rid of the excess glue on your workspace to not get any unwanted glue on the covers. If you have any excess cloth in the corners after you fold all sides over, you can trim it with the fabric scissors. Don't forget to cover your text blocks to keep them from getting glue on them, and smooth it down. Take your time while doing this, because the first time you do it, it can be quite tricky. And this is something that you'll get better at and faster at with practice. Again, place the glued book covers with the correct text block sandwiched in between into the book press and leave it there for at least 12 hours. Alright, we're going to leave it there for today. Stay tuned for the next and final part where I design the covers, iron on the vinyl, and glue the text blocks into these covers. Thanks for watching. See you next time.